So what is procrastination? Procrastination is often confused with laziness, but they're actually very different. Procrastination is an active process. It's the choice of doing something else instead of the thing that you should be doing. But laziness is usually associated with apathy or inactivity, which means you don't want to act at all. So I've definitely had some lazy days in my life, but I am more likely to struggle with procrastination. Procrastination usually involves with ignoring an unpleasant but likely important task in favor of just doing something else that you consider easier. You need to know which one you are struggling with in order to be able to apply these tips. Like I said, I'm more likely to struggle with procrastination. I will do a bunch of other things in order to avoid the thing that I am supposed to be doing. So today I wanted to talk about how to stop procrastinating using your planner. These are things that I have applied whenever I feel that procrastination bug coming in, and I know I need to hurry up and get on it and make sure that I do the things that I am supposed to be doing. My first tip is to recognize that you are procrastinating. If you fill your day with a bunch of low priority tasks, then you can definitely be putting off something that you should be doing instead. If you reread the same email over and over without taking any action, or if you start a high priority task only to stop shortly after to make coffee, wash dishes, or do the laundry, then you could definitely be procrastinating. The top way that I know if I'm personally procrastinating is if I add an item to my planner and then I have to keep rewriting that item over and over and over on different days. Because I write down my to-do list and I write down my top 3 priority tasks, if it's a top priority for me and I keep putting it off, by the 3rd day, I know that I am procrastinating. Tip number 2 is to make the task easier. So I have noticed that whenever I procrastinate, a lot of times it's because I don't have a clear idea of what's my very next step. So if you're procrastinating on a project or a proposal, it could be because the first step of that particular thing is just too big in your head. The biggest hindrance to progress is a poorly defined goal. So do you have clear next steps? If you do, then great. Write them down so that you can actually know what they are and add dates to when you're going to complete those particular things and get them done. But if you can't make a task easier, then it may be because you don't know how, or you just don't know what your next steps should be. So it may not be an issue of action, it may be an issue of just needing advice, trying to figure out what's next. You don't know how to complete the task, which is why you're procrastinating, but you just need to know how to actually get started. So if you realize that you need advice, then your next step may be to connect with someone that you trust or to just search your topic on Google or YouTube. But you want to figure out what your very next step should be instead of trying to just focus on the fact that you're not completing anything. My third tip is to create a schedule around your task. So once you figure out what that very next step should be, then you have to add it to your planner. Make sure that that task is at the very top of your to-do list and make sure that you are making time for those particular tasks or those things that you absolutely need to do every single day. I find that this works well if I assign 20 minutes a day to work on something that I really, really want to complete. That way I'm chipping away at it a little bit and I am getting rid of procrastination in the process because I can actually see my progress. And once I see progress, I actually stick to it. My 4th tip, and I realized that I wrote 5, I am going to go back and change it. But my 4th tip is to reward yourself. Make sure that you reward yourself after completing something that you were procrastinating. I love the feeling of checking off things on my to-do list. So I will save that to the very end of my day. I get to pull out my planner, pull out my red plan, and then easily check off everything that I completed. Now, maybe your reward is different. It could be a cup of coffee after a workout or a spa day after you have finished a really big project. But give yourself something to look forward to so that you'll continuously push on because you know you have that reward that's waiting for you. Tip number 5 is to make your environment work for you. So you want to make sure that your environment is conducive as possible for you to get things done. I know that there are times where if my environment has a bunch of distractions, then I am not going to get any type of work done. I am more likely to kind of walk away from my computer. However, if I have set up the right environment, if it's quiet in my home, then I am able to usually get more things done. And then sometimes if my home isn't quiet or I need to just get away from the house, I will recognize that I might need to go and sit in a coffee shop, or I need something else. I need to change my environment in order to make sure I am able to get things done. So you need to make sure that you are recognizing if your environment is working for you or against you. So guys, those are my 5 tips of how I beat procrastination using my planner. How do you beat procrastination? Please let me know. Leave your comments below. I am always looking for more and more tips that I can apply to my own life. And I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.